All right, let me get this link out, and then we'll dive into it. Ty, are you ready?
Yeah. Actually, trivia-wise, no. I totally forgot what that did just now. I had them yesterday, bro, and I don't have them anymore. I totally forgot what that I played all day. I'm ready, and they've got their sense though. I'm dialed. Like I could.
Okay, I'm going to write some questions down on the fly, and you guys are gonna do trivia. Is what we will do.
Try and Google. Okay.
No. I got a couple in my
I'm
head.
just ready.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'm about as ready as it comes. The camera angle's a shot. I wish I could switch the side of this. But then everyone can see you guys. I got you guys talk behind as well.
I got some trivia questions.
You guys
College basketball, March Madness related.
Yeah. March Madness.
Can you hear me fine, everyone? Like, am I clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some airport background, but it's all good. All right.
A podcast studio in the airport?
I'm sure they do, but I'm in LA. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's
We went from Dallas to LA to go. There wasn't a direct flight from Dallas to Vegas.
No, not on Delta. Southwest there is, but not on Delta.
Okay, you could take.
But it's only like an hour away.
So you'd rather
Vegas and LA. Are
Delta?
They're super close.
I know, but you would rather take
two
flights than
hours.
get on one flight.
I'm loyal to my brand, dude.
Where?
They treat me well at Delta.
In Vegas?
No. Delta. I'm obviously loyal to Vegas. I can't switch up on them.
Whatever.
Dude, I'm ready to go for tomorrow. Like, seriously, I've never been this ready in my life. I don't think. Last year just wasn't. I'm ready. I've done all the research I can. Oh, by the way, how much
well,
I have
perfect.
right now? How much do you think orange chicken? I'm just getting orange chicken, right? How much is a simple PF Chang's chain restaurant, by the way?
$25.98.
Oh, you're in LAX.
$25.98.
It's north of $20. Yeah.
$27.50 for the most basic diet in the menu. $27.
Hit the five.
So this is what I was saying. The LAX is the worst.
Y'all got that on the soundboard?
Ever created.
Well, LA is the worst.
I mean, dude, it's so cool though. Like looking out the windows, California's so sick. It's just the people suck. But like the hills and shit, like this all looks so cool.
And you decided to grab a Heineken.
What are we doing?
We're
having
hopping in.
bro. Where do we start with this? Like I'm ready to go.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. Let me do a little.
Are we starting with trivia?
We are gonna start with trivia. So we're gonna start with trivia. I have a couple questions. Blaze, I know you have questions. Ty, if you have any questions, you can throw them in here. And then we are going to go through the bracket. We're gonna talk about who our picks for the Final Four are, who our champions are. We're each gonna give a tournament hot take. And then we can get into upsets and fun things and games that other people should be watching, and we'll do some analytical breakdown. But we're going to start with some trivia. You got BBL Sports Live, March Madness breakdown. We're doing the college basketball trivia. We've got March Ty, that is, Dusty March, in LAX currently at PF Chang's. And we've got Big Mac Blaze out of the MAC representing the MAC. I will be the Big Ten representative for us tonight.
Yep.
We're
representing the Power 3 conference in basketball.
Yeah, the only three conferences that matter in college basketball. So, okay, let's dive into trivia. Blaze and Ty, your first question. In 2011, a certain 5 seed won March Madness on the back of this college basketball star. He went on to have a great NBA career as well.
Got it.
2011 5 seed won the March Madness on the back of this player.
Too. You so know this too, I think. You know it. Nice. Like
Buzz in when you are ready.
I'm ready.
Ty, go.
Ty, you go first.
I'm gonna say cardiac Kemba.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I knew it because you should always say cardiac Kemba. I knew it. Right
Bang.
about it. I'm like,
yeah.
Bang, winner.
Right,
Okay, you both got one.
Back in the Big East tournament. Stop.
We're gonna see how great your ball knowledge is on this next question, though. In 2012, Duke, 2 seed, was upset in their opening round game by which mid-major on the backs of another college basketball legend who went on to have a great NBA career? 2012 Duke upset by who and on the back of what player?
Was it, I might be way off. Was it the Memphis team?
No.
It was not Memphis.
Well,
you know what team was that? Who played on Memphis?
Penny Hardaway?
D Rose. Didn't D Rose play for Memphis?
Nope. And that's a little further back. D Rose did play for Memphis, but that's a little further back. Think mid-major.
I think it's Lehigh, but I don't know what player. I think it's Lehigh. I just couldn't name a player that was on that team that had a career. Is Lehigh correct?
Indeed is Lehigh. Bang. That's a point for Ty.
I have no idea who this player could be.
2 points if you can get the player. You cannot use Google.
Can I get a position?
Who carried? He's a guard. Scoring guard. High-volume scorer in the NBA. Played for Lehigh.
It's so funny because I think I would bet money you saw it as well. I saw a TikTok today about this guy. And he's like, yeah, that Duke game. So yeah, they're talking so much shit and layup lines. He's like, that's why I showed him who I was. Show him I was scared of him. Gosh, I have no clue who said that. I watched it, but I don't know.
The player
I don't know his name. I totally saw the whole
CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum, Lehigh, went off against Duke in 2012.
Yeah. He was frying. They were showing the whole game highlights. I saw every play that he had. He was frying.
Unbelievable. 15 over a 2. Okay, my last question of the night. Guys, come on. You should get this because I've talked about it on the podcast before. Who was the last Big Ten team to win March Madness and in what year?
Buzzing.
Was it Michigan State 01?
Yes, I believe it was 2000. I'm pretty positive it was 2000. Yes.
Someone said earlier they thought it was 01, but I know that you say it's 2000. I know it's state, but I'm curious if it is 01.
That's wild.
Bonus question.
2000. Okay, 2000. You're right.
Bonus question. Who is the last Big Ten team to play in a national championship game?
Purdue.
Michigan.
Lost 2 years ago after they got bounced. They got bounced, and then they went Sweet 16. No, they got bounced in championship last year. I think it was 2 years ago, Purdue.
Yep. I thought that was going to be hard. That was pretty easy.
Okay.
There's my trivia for
that
the
freshman
night.
team of Lawyer and them with the 3 guys who are seniors now. Their first year got bounced as a 1-2. Second year went to Cincinnati. Last year kind of in between this year is supposedly good to get back.
We shall see. And we're going to get into that region. Blaze, I know you have a couple trivia questions for us, so I will hand it over to you.
Yep. All right, first question. It's a two-parter. The lowest seed to ever win the men's and the women's. So two-parter.
I'm going to say the lowest to win the men's.
Just tell me what seed number. You don't have to tell me who it is.
Oh, I'm going to say it's
because it's pretty
7
old.
or 8.
I mean,
is it? I thought it was that UConn team. Or
no, UConn won it as an 8.
Yeah,
for some reason, my gut is telling me to go 11 seed here on the men's. I'm going to go 11 seed on the men's.
Okay, it was an 8 seed, but it says Villanova 1985.
Oh, okay. So 8 also happened.
But you said UConn.
Well, UConn also did.
Okay, what about women's?
UConn
they were a 7.
Okay, UConn did it as a 7.
Oh.
Okay,
women's, bro? I'm going to say 3.
3. Yeah, it's probably 2, but I'm gonna say 3.
That kind of
Okay.
it's 3 seed. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. One more. Who was the most winning team in? Who has the most national championships? They are in the Big Ten.
UCLA is my first guess. It's where
UCLA. Yeah. The Big Ten.
Yeah,
it's got to be UCLA.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to.
Yeah. It's just there's such a blue blood in this.
Okay.
Forsaken sport.
Last one. Who was the all-time leading scorer in March Madness?
Can we get a hint on era?
Yeah.
Can we get a hint on
era?
era?
Yeah. It's with it. We all know who this is. We've seen they them play.
Can I say currently pro? Can I ask if they're currently pro?
Currently pro, yes.
Is this a trick question and it's Caitlin Clark and on the women's side?
Oh, are you saying is this both genders?
I just said, yeah, it's Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, that's actually funny.
Yeah.
I was thinking men only.
I was thinking men as well.
I thought it was Amy. It says the next question is who's the dominant force from LSU? Yeah.
All right.
She's a paint monster.
Use your own boards. Stop that.
True. Most offensive rebounds in a single game in tournament history. All right. Let's dive into the bracket. Let's talk a little bit about who we like, why we like them. Here's where I want to start, though. I want us all to give a hot take for this year's March Madness. And Ty, why don't you kick us off? Do you have a hot take for this March Madness? And if so, what is it?
Let me check my bracket. Hot take. I'm not sure what's, it's hard to go hot take this year. I'll say that. After last year's chalk. Might be how it is now. I'll say a few things. I'll say I think the ACC is going to have one of the worst records ever. Barely winning a game. I will say Nebraska will not win their first ever NCAA tournament game. Hot take. I don't even think.
Those are both pretty hot. Those are both pretty hot. I think those both qualify.
Yeah. I don't even think crazy though. Like I'll say that. I'll say the ACC's worse than people are. I mean, they're not great.
Even Duke. You're gonna loop Duke into there.
Oh, Duke is injured. Without that 5, dude, their numbers drop drastically. Drastically, their numbers drop. On paper, very different 5 out there.
And sitting in a region with St. John's, who is one of the hottest teams in college basketball.
They have, what's the number? Do you know the number of
St. John's a lot.
Head coaching natties in that region? I forgot it. It's an insane number.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah, you've got Michigan State in that region. All right, Blaze, hot take from BV for this tournament.
I think Purdue gets bounced in round of 32.
To Missouri or
from Miami?
Miami?
Miami bounced Purdue.
So, Blaze, I had that too.
Miami.
I did for a while. What if I told you that game, that Miami-Missouri game, is in St. Louis, Missouri?
You're seeing it?
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had Miami going.
You have Miami Missouri over Miami.
It's in St. Louis. It's just gonna be packed out with those fans. I like Miami's team. I like them a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, the game itself's in St. Louis. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do like where your head's at though. But
yeah, Purdue gets bounced early.
Purdue is the type of team that would get bounced early. They love to get bounced early outside of a couple years ago when they had Edey.
So I think that, Zach Edey makes me a forever Purdue hater. He was the worst. I hate him so much.
In the East region, the head coaches in that region have a combined 23 Final Fours. I mean, that is a loaded region.
You have Kansas in that region as well, correct?
Yeah,
4?
And that's without Coach K.
Yeah,
Kansas. This is their 37th. This is Kansas' 37th straight trip to the tournament. is not an official record because I guess they had it revoked one year after recruiting violation, but it's been 37 straight years they've played in March Madness.
It's wild, yeah. And lately they've been on the cusp. They had a couple years where you didn't know if they were going to make it, but the streak lives on. All right, here comes my hot take of the tournament. UPenn, the University of Pennsylvania.
Whoa.
Under Fran McCaffrey. Not only upsets Illinois in the first round.
The Illini.
Stop.
They beat VCU in the round of 32 to move on to the Sweet 16.
This is a Big Ten truther saying this.
I have a basic rule when it comes to March Madness. I always take the Ivy League school. I always take the Ivy League school round one. I really like this Penn team.
They play the game right.
They do. They play the game right. They've got some shooters. They've got some scoring.
And they're bounce pass.
I like Penn to get to the Sweet 16. That's where the dream dies, but I like Penn in the Sweet 16. Houston will bludgeon them in the Sweet 16. There's Adam's hot take of March Madness. We'll come back to this in a couple days.
Can I give you a micro Cinderella story that's going to get shut down quick?
Yes.
Micro. I think Akron takes out Texas Tech and Alabama.
I totally agree. Totally like that. They're both injured.
I don't like Alabama. They're good.
Well, Texas Tech's best.
Miami's not good. I like Miami, Ohio, but Miami, I don't think they even win tonight.
I got them tonight on the money line. That game's in Dayton. That place is going to be crazy. It's a home game.
Their strength of schedule is basically...
Yeah, I know, but that's a home game. They're going to be fired up. This is the most they'll be fired up ever.
No, I know. I like I obviously want the MAC schools.
I don't think they'll win after today, but they can get it. No, I love that Akron because Texas Tech.
Yeah,
Toppin's out. Is the best player in the country, basically. He's out. That kills him. And then they play Bama. If they win, who their second highest scorer just went to jail.
Yeah.
Which, Adam, that's not confirmed if he's playing or not, correct?
That is the talking point. Oh, yeah, I do not think Holloway will be active in playing. He's been arrested and he's been removed.
He's no longer with the team.
Correct. He is not with the team.
It's Bama. They had a professional on the team this year.
I know, they did.
The guy comes from the pros.
Literally, was in the league.
Yeah, it's insane. It's
played NBA minutes and then got into college basketball this year. It's wild. That's a whole nother conversation, but it's insane.
It's wild. We've lost the game.
No, it's been
okay.
Gone.
All right, let's get into these games here, these regions, and here's where we're going to start. We're going to start in the regions, and then we're going to get to Final Four, then we're going to make our natty picks. Ty, which region is the most interesting to you? Which region will you be keeping the closest eye on?
I mean, I don't want to say the East, so I'm going to try and not say the East. You know what? Gosh, they all have their... I'll say the South.
The South, okay.
But this could go to anyone. I think the South has the best 2, the best 5, and the best 3. I think Illinois is sneaky scary, but they could be terrible. But they're talented. Vandy, that's the worst 5 seed ever. They should be at least a 4, potentially a 3. Florida's shaky. I don't know.
Shakiest 1 seed. Shakiest 1 seed, I will say. That is, I can get behind that. Oh boy, you know what I think's the league is wrong. It's nothing against you guys. Your numbers are. Have you covered since your boy got hurt? I don't know if you have. Yeah,
it's a different
the case
team.
on injuries is an issue.
Huge one. I think. I'm not saying your path is clear with injuries due to Bama and Tech, but man, I really don't know. But I'll say the South because my champion is out of the South. So that's why I think I'll keep my eye on it the most.
All right. I'm not going to go chalk because the East is probably the most interesting region. And Blaze, if you want, you can take that and talk about it. I'm going to go.
I'll take East.
I'll go Midwest. I'll go Midwest because that's where Michigan is, and it's interesting to me for a few reasons. Because Ty, you make a good point. Michigan has been stumbling a little bit as of late. Don't look like the dominant team that they looked like at the beginning of the season. Alabama loses one of their star players. Texas Tech down a star player. Virginia, not high on them. I'm with you. I'm not high on the ACC. And then Iowa State. Does anybody trust Iowa State come tourney time? When have they ever made any news in the tournament? And so it is a really interesting, very interesting region to me, because if you were to tell me that like a St. Louis bounced Michigan round 2, I wouldn't be shocked. I would hate it, but I wouldn't be super shocked to see that. And then I just am not that scared of these 2-3 seeds. Could this be the highest, or maybe I should say the lowest seed that we see in the Final Four coming out of this region, just given how banged up they are?
Could be. Let me add one point.
He's waiting for his beer.
No, I didn't. You guys got me right here.
You said you were going to add one more point to that?
I just, if Holloway plays, and I'm almost dead serious here, if Holloway plays for Alabama, is Bama favored in that game against Michigan?
No.
Like, that's very small number, though. Very small number.
You know what I will tell you, though, is that Alabama is an awful matchup for this Michigan team, because they shoot a lot of threes and they run really fast and they score a lot of points. And that is how Michigan is dominated all year, is they force you into the half court, they slow the game down. Then when they're on offense, they want to pick the pace up. Alabama's a bad matchup for Michigan. I will say that.
Holloway's a big hit, though. Huge hit.
Huge. Yeah, huge hit. Huge hit.
Yeah.
Blaze,
Go ahead.
What's your region that you're keeping an eye on, and why?
I just like the East. I think it's going to be fun because, I don't love Michigan State, but Cohen Carr is fun to watch. I like St. John's, and I think Duke is going to shoot themselves in the foot. Ohio State plays the worst basketball in the country. But I don't know. I don't know enough about everyone else. All I know is I really like St. John's and St. Mary's. Is there any other Saints I can root for?
St. Mary's is in the
St.
South.
Louis?
Oh.
St. Louis down in the Midwest.
No, I'm just looking at.
Oh, yeah. No,
Dang it, we could have a All Saints Final Four almost.
Okay. I'm looking at the East region right now, and I've looked at it a million times, but it is wild when you look up and down the East region. You can't tell me that this wasn't on purpose. Damn near every blue blood in college basketball has been looped into one region. You talk about history and blue bloods.
Another interesting thing, SEC had the most teams in. There's not one SEC team in that region. That's just funny. They're all pinned in the other three.
Yeah.
You've got UConn, Michigan State, Duke, UCLA, Kansas, St. John's, which is coming on late but has rich history. Really wild. Louisville's in there. Blaze, can I give you a team to watch to make a run in the East region?
Let me guess it. I already know who it's going to be. Oh. Whoa.
Jetty, we're breaking down the East region right now.
I don't know. I feel like you're going to say UCLA. But
bang, you are.
Everyone's on that.
You are spot on. I am watching UCLA. Favorable matchup against Central Florida. Then UConn. I'm not a huge believer in this year's UConn. I could see UCLA making a pretty meaningful run out of the East. Jet, welcome to the pod, bro.
I'm so sorry. I can't find my AirPods anywhere, so this is probably going to sound like shit on my end, but I'm here.
Sounds great. We are breaking down the bracket. We did a little bit of trivia. Yeah, Ty is literally drinking an airport beer in LA right now, and we're talking ball. We have talked about every region and broken down every region but the West. Do you have thoughts on the West? Anything interesting you want to watch out west in the next couple days? That would be Arizona as the 1 seed out there, that region.
Yeah, Kentucky makes it to the final. Or wait, Kentucky's not in the West, are they?
No.
No,
Arkansas is.
Yeah, no, I could give a shit about Arkansas. Yeah, no, nothing special. I have Arizona in the finals.
All right. You got chalk. Let me ask you this.
Can I say something about that?
Is this going to be a chalky mark? Jet?
No. I got Hofstra making a big run. I got St. Louis making a big run.
Of course you do.
What about Queens?
No, unfortunately, Purdue's got it down this year, but St. Louis, people are sleeping on them.
So I don't know if you were watching the live before you got on, but I was breaking down that region, and I said, we're going to get to who, I have coming out of that region, but I would not be shocked if St. Louis beat Michigan in the round of 32. I don't think it's a good matchup for Michigan. I still like Michigan to win that game, but I would not be utterly shocked to see St. Louis knock them off.
Could happen.
All right. I'm going to ask Jet one more question, and then we're going to break down who gets out of each region, who wins it all. Jet, we all kind of went around and gave like a hot take for the tournament. I have to imagine you've got some hot takes.
Yes.
Give us a hot take for the 2026 March Madness tournament.
Kentucky to the Elite Eight. Actually, Kentucky Final Four. Sorry.
I don't hate that. They have a $22 million roster. They haven't had it working all year, but imagine one time they get it to click. They beat Iowa State. That's smooth sailing. That's a soft region outside that. $22 million roster.
I'm laughing.
Sneaky good.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead, Blaze.
Can I throw something out there? A scenario of my path for St. John's to get to the Final Four. If Ohio State miraculously upsets Duke, St. John's kind of just has to go beat Michigan State to get to the Final Four and Kansas. But it's
Kansas will not be there.
Tasty on my computer.
I have mixed opinions.
Right.
I think UConn's good.
I mean, Michigan State's not that good.
I mean,
they are, but I don't think they are.
I think UConn's good, dude. They got players that have been here before.
Yeah, but I think
that is true.
I think UCLA takes care of UConn.
UCLA is so bad. I feel like everyone loves them. They beat Michigan State. They're terrible. Michigan State is not that great.
What if I told you?
That's what I'm saying. I think.
We can go back to NFL things here. UCLA played the Big Ten tournament. Left a couple days ago. They are now flying back west to east. I hate west to east. I hate betting, and UCLA should. UCLA should roll. They should dominate UCF. The reason that number is only 5.5, it should be more. UCLA is playing significantly better. UCF has fallen off the last 2 months. They're terrible. They were a 6 seed. They should kill them. West to east is why that number is so low. It's just disasters waiting to happen. Everyone's all over UCLA. They're getting all the attention. Same.
Ty, you got the flight logs pulled up?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what is going on with Texas? Texas has been everywhere the past, 2 weeks, flying all over for games. Why is that line only 2.5 versus BYU?
For sport teams, see a great amount of success. So it's either them or it's a winner of tonight's game, SMU most likely. But odds are pretty strong that one of them will get the win in the first round. And BYU is so volatile. I think that's where. And Texas is probably the strongest team of the 4 playing teams. SMU is terrible. Miami can't win in the tournament. Texas is the most well-rounded, and BYU they have AJ.
BYU's one player.
They are all over the place. Yeah, he can drop 40 a game like John Morant, or they just aren't good enough. So I don't know if that number is interesting. It opened at like what 2.5 or they could open at 2. Yeah, it is interesting.
It opened at 1.5, and then now it's up to 2.5.
Yeah, it's interesting.
All right, let's get into who we all got in the Final Four. And Jet, I'm going to force you to go first. I want you to take us through who do you have in the Final Four, who do you have in your championship game, and who is your champion?
Well, see, I hate brackets. Just because I don't make multiple brackets. I always only make one.
Same.
And I always have to have Michigan State in there. So Michigan State winning it all. My Final Four is Michigan State, Houston, Arizona, Kentucky. And then I have Michigan State over Arizona in the finals. Yeah.
Dude, I don't hate
Pretty
Kentucky.
simple.
The Midwest is wide open. Midwest is wide open.
Okay, let me get this right. You said Michigan State, Kentucky, Arizona, and who?
Houston.
Okay. Michigan State over Arizona. All right. Listen, you bleed green. You're a true greener. It's fair.
He's greening out.
He's greened out. Ty, take us through your Final Four. Who's in the championship? Who wins?
I got the East. I have UConn. Duke sucks. The South. I have Houston, best team in the country. Actually, not true. I have Houston on the South. The West, I have Arizona, who is the best team in the country. And Midwest, for insurance reasons, because they don't play a real team until ever. So, and then they get
you cut out on the Midwest. Who do you have winning the Midwest?
Michigan for insurance reasons.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Okay.
But they get rounded by Arizona. No, they can. So I don't know what's shaking.
Who moves on to the championship? Who wins?
We have Houston, Arizona. Houston wins it.
Ooh,
Arizona's a
okay.
better team, but you know what? You know why I love Houston and why I switched it? I had Arizona. Arizona, Arkansas scares me, and almost Purdue kind of scares me. So for insurance reasons, I don't want them winning it. Houston, if they can get to Florida, I love that rematch from last year, and I think that game's almost unlosable for them. They will win that game against Florida. So I think they kind of coast to a Final Four, and I think they keep it going. So I'm just playing probabilities based on pools and all this, how the points work on ESPN. I think it sets me up the best to get a winner that is not as heavily favored as Arizona is.
I like that too, because if that is your championship game, that'll be the third time those two teams have seen each other. They know each other really well. They played twice in the regular season, the fourth time they would be meeting, right? Because they met twice in the regular season, once in the Big 12 tournament.
So
two teams that know each other very, very well. Yeah, who's the better coach team? Who's the better defensive team? Houston. I like that. All right.
And more people will have Arizona, so it kind of gives me an edge in the pool. Yeah, instead of beating everyone else Arizona, I should be competing against those people who have Houston.
He runs the analytics. Blaze, Final Four championship game champion.
Yep. I went for the year of the little guy, ranking wise. I got Kansas, Illinois, Arizona, Virginia. Illinois and Virginia matchup. Virginia takes it at 153 tiebreaker. Total points.
Wow.
No real thinking behind that.
UVA.
But I think because last year was all 1 seeds, right? In the Final Four. Yep, not this year. 3 and 4s. But there is a possibility that you could have a miss. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating on it. I love it. I want to make sure I have these teams
I feel
right.
like you
Kansas.
Yep.
Virginia. Who are the other two?
Yep. Illinois.
Okay.
Arizona.
Zona. All right.
And it's a blue and orange battle, a BOB.
And UVA ends up on top.
Yeah. You ever like go through the bracket and then you go like, how did I get here?
All the time.
That's kind of just what happened to me.
All the time. I love that.
I wanted to put Kansas in there, but I did. Not Kansas. I wanted to put Michigan State in there, but I don't know.
The fighting is zones.
Adam, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Would you rather lose to Akron in the Sweet 16 or Michigan State in the national championship?
Akron in the Sweet 16. Not even close.
Yeah.
Jet, reverse
agree.
for you. That is a great question. Jet, would you rather lose first round to North Dakota State or lose to Michigan in the Natty?
Michigan in the Natty.
Wow. Okay.
Not even close,
Both
dude.
are equally likely.
Probably. That is such a great question. And now that I sit back and think about it, Jet, you're right. Like, obviously, I want to root for that. Michigan State.
You're gonna get clowned. You're gonna get clowned either way for the loss. Like, if you lost to Akron, you'd get clowned. If you lost to MSU in the Natty, you'd get clowned. At least you made it to the Natty, and I know that I'd be rich from winning all the bets up until the Natty. And I think I would fade us in the Natty. We haven't beat you guys once this year. Like, we haven't actually looked that good against you guys. I'd probably hammer Michigan if we were playing you guys in the Natty. And it's, emotional hedge, win-win situation. I'm either happy we just won a Natty, or I just won a bunch of money.
All right, that's fair. I just think that loss would stick. Like, that loss would stick around if Michigan State beats Michigan in the Natty this year, and Michigan sweeps
That's a game
MSU
game
for the next 5 years. Like, State doesn't beat Michigan for the next 5 years. I think it doesn't matter. Like, Michigan State forever owns the bragging rights, and flip-flop for you. If Michigan were to beat State in the Natty, same way.
Does Dusty get fired if he loses in the Natty to MSU?
Yes. Yeah, best coach in college basketball. Maybe history, they're saying. Dusty May. All right. Let me get my Final Four in champion out of the way. And then we'll do a little bit more convo, and then we can call it a night. I have St. John's and Patino coming out of the East. I realized, as I was making my bracket, I realized I was a year too early last year when I chose Patino to get back to the Final Four. I wasn't wrong. I was just a little early. Patino does it. They get out of the East. Houston, the 2 seed, out of the South. I think they're the best team in that region. And for a lot of the reasons Ty said, I love Houston. I like Arizona out of the West. And I like the Michigan Wolverines out of the Midwest. In the championship game, stellar matchup, the Houston Cougars against the Michigan Wolverines. And at the end of the day, who's the best player on the court? It's Yaxel. Both these teams play very good defense, but I got to lean Michigan in a tight one. The Big Ten finally gets their national champion. Haven't had it since Michigan State in 2000, which we were talking about earlier. That is my bracket.
That was just so bad. If
What's
we
so
ever
bad?
see a team analytically switch up as much if Michigan were to win this natty, would we ever see a team just like flip the switch all of a sudden, from turning the switch off and turn it back on? Like genuinely, like
Okay.
Oh yeah.
like I think you guys are just you really.
Hold on. Michigan
It
has not played
for a long time.
as dominant as of late, but can we just like take a step back?
They're routing teams. I mean, like,
Not anymore. They even covered in the
what?
year.
They lost in the Big Ten championship to Purdue.
They're crawling
you.
by.
Previous to that, what,
Dude,
they
their
have 2
numbers-
losses all year?
That's what I'm getting at. They went 31-2 or whatever the record, 31-3.
I think Michigan is just waiting to get tripped up.
I'm pretty sure Gonzaga's, I think, top 8 in KenPom right now, and Michigan beat them by like 40.
When they were the best team in the country. Since K-Sign
Yeah,
got hurt.
I'm just saying,
they're a
like,
different team. And I'm not
just saying
buying.
their numbers are just
I do think. Here's what I will say about Michigan. I do think the
I think
K-Sign
Akron's the
injury
worst thing you'll ever see in your life.
is big. I think the K-Sign injury is a big deal. But Elliot Cadeau has been playing much better basketball as of late. And Trey McKinney's coming on a little bit, the Flint product. I like that kid. Could we see some March magic out of Trey McKinney? Michigan is still a dominant team. They've got 2 dominant 7-footers. They shoot the ball well enough, and Yaxel might be the best player in the country in a college basketball game.
I mean, I don't know. We'll
see.
It's March. What do I know?
Yeah, we'll see.
Numbers going to take you so far this month.
All right. Anybody have any thought-provoking questions, fun topics to talk about? Blaze, I liked your one question.
I do.
Anybody? All right, let's go.
Well, I'm just going to go over what I have here. What segment? Do we have a betting segment?
No, but we can create one right now.
That's all I'm here for. I want constructive criticism.
Okay.
I have 9 play, or I have 12 plays, 3 long shots, so 9 drill plays. The first round, 3 of them are at 100%, which means I am fully down on. The 3 are on Thursday, Troy plus 13.5 against Nebraska. Anyone have any comments there? Any Nebraska truthers?
Nebraska.
Never won a game in Nebraska.
Yeah, that's a tough. I don't like that.
Troy took USC a triple overtime, took San Diego State a double overtime, won that game, both on the road. They're huge, they're physical, they're so well coached. Nebraska's never won a March Madness game ever in school history. Points is a lot. I think they win it outright. I love that at 13.5.
Okay. That's why I can get behind it. Nebraska has been kind of skirting by all season, and they've never won a March Madness game. How much pressure do those kids feel to go out and win this game when you're a 13-point favorite? All right.
They're also like 1-7 in their last 8 games.
Yeah, it's a lot of points. It's a big physical team. I like the points a lot there. On to Friday, Northern Iowa plus 10.5 against St. John's. Northern Iowa, there are 365 teams in Division I men's basketball. Northern Iowa is the slowest team in basketball. St. John's does not shoot 3-pointers whatsoever. A game like that, which is over-under as low as that is, 10.5 points, happily. Less possessions means less points and not shooting 3-ball. I mean, St. John's wins the game. Well, that's just less possessions. I think Northern Iowa probably got 10.5. I love that number. And the last one, Iowa minus 2.5 against Clemson. They are in the 8-9 games. The KenPom rankings are huge indicators. This is the biggest discrepancy of any 8-9 matchup. Iowa is like 15 spots ahead of Clemson, and that does not even factor in that Clemson lost their center in the ACC tournament. I think Iowa rolls here. Those are my three loves.
Jet, you want to go first on feedback on those bets?
I mean, he's laying down information that I'm liking. I didn't know that about Clemson losing their center. I'm kind of a Big Ten hater this tournament, so I don't know. I didn't really like Iowa in this matchup, but I can be very easily persuaded. Like anything that you guys say right now is going to directly influence how much money I win or lose tomorrow.
Okay. Those are my 3 likes a lot. Troy's the only one that's playing tomorrow.
So I want to pull up the stats. But yes, okay. Here's why I love your Iowa pick. I'll start there. Iowa basketball this year is essentially Iowa football. Like super slow game, dominant in defense, not going to score a ton of points, but they're not going to let you score very much. I think they gave up 60 points a game this year, which is insane. I like Iowa there. And I think the ACC is super soft. The only one I have a problem with is St. John's, but I like your logic there because you're right. St. John's doesn't shoot the 3 ball. They slow it down. They play an old school style of basketball. If Northern Iowa is able to slow the game down, yeah, I could see this being a 7-8 point win for St. John's.
It's
I like
low
it.
scoring. I think it's the lowest total of any first round game, and typically, like NFL terms, you like dogs in that situation. Lower points means just better chance
sure.
to sneak in that number. Less possessions, less points, no threes. I like 10.5. Who says they went outright? I think there's a lot of smoke around St. John's right now. What if they didn't beat UConn by 30? What if they, 4 days ago? What if they didn't do that? Would they be this highly talked about? Probably not. I think there's a lot of smoke around this team that it would not.
What if a bomb dropped on your head right now?
Well, I'm just saying there's a lot of talk about this St. John's team. They weren't that great all year.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I only heard 2 of your picks. I only heard Troy and Clemson. I like St. John's a lot, so I'm out on that.
Northern Iowa, slowest team in the country. St. John's does not shoot a 3. They're getting less possessions. They're not shooting 3. It's hard to win by 11 in the game. That was my quick analysis on it. Good points.
Blaze, thoughts on March Ty's best bets? Are you tailing?
I wasn't following at all.
Yeah, he was gone. He walked away from his chair.
The moment Ty starts talking bets, Blaze like, I've heard this too much. I'm out.
Yeah.
All right. I have not placed my bets yet, so I don't have anything to come to the table with as far as like a best bet goes. Jet, I have a feeling you've got some bets placed, probably some futures. Do you have any best bets to give out to the folk?
Are we doing a BBL parlay of the month?
Yeah, we're gonna do a 4-legger. By the way, we each are gonna give one pick.
Whatever happened to the road to 10K?
It died.
Right on, buddy.
It died at 5K. We never
bring it back. It's the perfect time to do it. How many games do you need?
10.
Well, we got like 6.
That's
we
a
got
great
32.
Point. That is a great
in the next 2 days.
That we could revive that for the tournament. You know, I'm going to think about that, and we'll put our brains together. What we will do is we're all going to give out a best bet, and that's going on a parlay that's getting posted. So make sure it's a good bet. Jet, I know you got one in your brain.
Yeah, no, I did. I truthfully, I haven't really bet many of the games yet because this weekend I'm going to an Airbnb with a bunch of guys. We're betting all the games all weekend. We're doing nothing but watching college basketball. So there's going to be a lot of collaboration. You don't want to be a solo betting the only one. You're either just going to be celebrating by yourself, which is terrible, or you're miserable while 12 other guys are happy. So it's kind of like a house bet type thing. But I did, no matter what, I will be betting Troy. Love Troy versus Nebraska. And then, gosh, who else did I have that I really liked tomorrow? I think, is Missouri, Georgia tomorrow? I think it's the last game of the slate.
Miami.
It's
Missouri, Miami.
Or Missouri, Miami.
Yeah.
Yep. You're all
Georgia, St. Louis.
My guy.
Yeah. I love I'm gonna be down big tomorrow. And my get right is going to be I'm going to take Missouri in that late game against Miami.
I love that pick, Jet. too many people talking about Miami. Too many people on Miami. Everyone's obsessed with Miami. I don't see it. I love that pick.
Thank you.
Blaze, do you have a pick ready to roll? A Blaze best bet.
I was muted.
Yeah, I noticed that, Ty. Yeah, just give me Akron to cover. I mean, I'm gonna root for Akron to win, but I think a cover is a solid. I got to give you a Big Mac pick.
Absolutely. He
Okay.
likes Akron.
I didn't hear any clapping for that one.
7.5. He likes Akron catching 7.5. All right, I have a pick. You guys you're gonna laugh so hard at this, but I really mean this in my bones. Like, I feel very confident in this pick, and we're gonna see if I'm right. It's a favorite in a 1 versus 16 seed game, and it goes against everything Ty has said. I watched Howard and UMBC last night. Dude, how does Howard get to 50 on this Michigan team? Michigan laying 31.5. I'm taking it.
Can I add something to this?
Yeah.
Which is just like garbage time. I love this. Howard shoots the 3-ball at 38.9%. It's a higher clip than I think you want, like 31 or whatever the hell it is. So that's my little snippet for you. Howard's gonna let that thing fly.
That is the only way they cover in this game is shoot 55, 60% from the three-point line. They will. I watched that team play last night. They play with a ton of heart, like those kids. But you're not getting anything in the paint against this Michigan team, and Michigan will get whatever they want on off. Like, this is just Michigan laying 30.5. Michigan was beating teams like Gonzaga and Illinois, and they're beating top seeds in this tournament by 40 throughout the course of the season. I like that number.
Hey, permission to speak?
Yeah.
Earmuffs, Adam. This is just going to be a me and Ty conversation, actually. You know how this game goes bad for Michigan? Those arrogant pricks. You know, they have this mindset like Adam does going into this game. We're the best team in the country. How's Howard going to score 50 on us? Then all of a sudden you run into a buzzsaw that gets hot from 3. And what do you know? They're sweating at 10 points with under 3 to go.
It's a live dog. I tweeted out earlier. It's a live dog. I saw Michigan dancing around pregame to some nonsense. What was that? Firework by Katy Perry listening to? All of a sudden, Howard's a live dog.
It was a song that's dear and near to Big Mac Blaze's heart because it was played at his wedding. It was a little Natasha Bedingfield.
Yeah. Gosh,
nothing
weren't even there.
If anything, that made me more confident in Michigan laying 31.5.
Can I circle back to a point I had earlier?
Yeah, please do.
And Jet, I'll let you listen this time because I know you don't like it. But this is a 100% tie sort of play of the Northern Iowa. We already know they're supposed to. They shoot the 3-ball at 40.0%. There's not going to be many possessions, and they can light it up when St. John's literally only will score 2s. Northern Iowa was going to be counted by 3s. Last possessions. I love that play. Love it. That is stamped. That thing that's a 40%.
Ty, I'd love your statistics way more if you just rounded instead of saying like 40.1 or 40.0. Yeah.
That's how much I need this.
Bro, just say 40%. When you say point, it pisses me off.
Exaggerated. Because you have to hear it, Jay. You weren't hearing it the first time around. I gotta have you hear me this time. It's gonna be a hot ticket, I'm telling you. I'll send you a picture.
No, you're actually kind of talking me into Northern Iowa a little bit because if I'm not mistaken, isn't Northern Iowa the team that hit the half-court shot?
You're betting this tweet,
Texas. Wasn't it against Texas? Like 5-6 years ago, they hit the half-court shot to send it to OT.
I think so.
I like that team. I like how they play. I like how they're made out there. But St. John's wins the game. They have to. I got them in the Final Four. They absolutely have to. So, all right, we're rounding out here. We got Troy plus 13.5. Mizzou. Jet, do you want Mizzou on the money line here, or do you want them laying 1.5?
Money line.
Okay. Mizzou money line. Troy plus 13.5. Akron plus 7.5. In Michigan minus 31.5. It won't miss. I promise you this will hit. I love all of these picks.
It won't.
Oh God.
I promise you this will hit.
Are we gonna make our Cinderella picks?
Sure, that'll be the last thing.
I have some futures. I have some long shots.
That'll be the last thing. So let's go around some Cinderella picks, and then we will hop off. You want to kick us off, Big Mac?
I mean, it's in the name, Akron. I think Akron loses to Michigan. That's my Cinderella hope. I just want some light on the MAC for a little bit. So
They can beat Michigan.
Some kids
I'm telling you, if they get there.
What are the analytics?
I think your price of if you buy them at beating Michigan was that Elite 8 price. That's what I have it at. That's one of my futures is Akron Elite 8 plus 2,400. It's such a weak run.
And do you know what?
Injured A&M.
Akron holds a special place in my heart because my first week at Eastern, Akron announced that they were cutting their golf program, and we had to sign to say where we feel for them on Instagram or something. So from day one, I've been a Zip sympathizer.
Okay, question on that. Do you have more confidence in Akron making a run than Miami of Ohio?
Oh, big time. By a lot.
They're winning right now. Miami.
Yeah.
All right, I will give my Cinderella. I kind of already did. And Jet, I texted you this, so you know this. But UPenn will be in the Sweet 16. Fran McCaffrey will lead those men to the Sweet 16. That is my Cinderella. And then anything happens. Anything's on the table, you get to that second weekend. Jets, any Cinderella stories that listeners should keep an eye out for?
I have Hofstra, St. Louis, and VCU all in the Sweet 16. And Hofstra plays St. Louis, VCU, so I have St. Louis.
I don't like Hofstra at all.
I have St. Louis in the Elite 8.
They got what's his name? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the goggles.
Yep.
Dog. Yeah, I am a Georgia fan. Tomorrow. Yeah, I'm a Georgia fan tomorrow because I'm scared of St. Louis in that round 2 game. All right, and then Ty, round us out. Your biggest Cinderella.
I got. I have 2 Elite 8. Akron Elite 8 at plus 2,400, and Missouri Elite 8 at plus 1,600. They played the first 2 games in St. Louis. I think they might be able to beat the Purdue team, and they played the winner of the BYU Gonzaga, and they're both. I don't love either. And I think at a price of plus 1,600, I'll take that. So those are my two Elite 8 dogs that just potentially match up well.
I love it. By the way, Virgos is in here, and he loves Hofstra. Yeah, it's his. That's his sleeper, his Cinderella. I'm gonna have to dig into Hofstra a little bit more, learn a little more about these guys. Yeah,
they won't get past Akron.
I don't know. All right. Anything else anyone wants to get off their chest before March Madness starts tomorrow, or forever hold your peace?
Last little quick thing. Rename the first 4. Rename it to the Middle East. We got the Midwest. We got the South. That's
it. East.
I like that.
Who says no?
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Coming out of the Middle East.
Let's not rename that the Middle East. The war zone. The trenches.
We're doing away with the first 4. It is. Are you guys watching the Middle East games tonight?
It's right. Played in Tel Aviv now. We played in Tel Aviv.
All right. That is a
What we
great,
tell
that's a perfect spot to end it. So everybody shut the laptop, get to the TV, watch the last Middle East game. You've got Miami, Ohio in the lead right now. March Madness tomorrow. We're going to revisit all of these takes and see who was right, who was wrong, I wrote it all down. So we are going to call each other out in about a week. We'll be able to call each other out on some of these takes. Best of luck to everybody watching in your betting, in your bracket filling. Ty, safe travels to Vegas, sir. Big Mac, thanks for hopping on. Jet, have fun this weekend.